you, for instance, like you will leave a legacy on this planet of like Mr. Bill.
I don't know about that.
No, 100% you will. 100%.
I don't know. I don't think what I'm doing is like that unique or different. I think it's essentially Aphex Twin, but with 2021 drums.
Nah.
And like Skrillex sounding basses.
No, I disagree. I think you've created something really special that is timeless.
Welcome to the Mr. Bill podcast. I'm Anand Harsh, editor-in-chief of theUnst.com, Bill's manager, and literally this weekend I will be his chauffeur. Big changes are coming to the podcast. We're going to be announcing those soon, but get ready, subscribers. We'll be streamlining things in an effort to make things easier for you. Stay tuned for all the information you need to know. There's a poll up on the Patreon page for a couple more days to help us chart our new direction. Give us some guidance, subs. Thank you for continuing to support the show. I'm lucky enough to have spent some quality time with today's guest, SoDown. Ehren River Wright is another sweet baby angel. Got a great run of true sweethearts on the podcast. River is a sax man. He also makes incredibly banging bass music. In fact, his Deadbeats collab with Bill, Eskimo, recently crossed the 1 million streams mark on Spotify. Ehren's fall tour has been off to an explosive start with his buddy Defunk, and now he continues into the Southeast and Mid-Atlantic in November with some other great guests. All his info is at SoDown.com. On October 29th, Bill will be at Nightmare Festival playing a Kill Bill set. Then he's off to Freaky Deaky in Houston for a back-to-back with Freddie Todd. Then he's in LA for Pandemonium Halloween on 31st. That's another Kill Bill set. On November 19th, he's in Austin headlining Beyond Existence. And November 20th, he's at Otherworld in Ohio for the only Mr. Bill Gates set of the year and a bonus IDM set. Then he rings in 2022 with a Kill Bill date supporting Ganja White Night in Detroit on New Year's Eve. Tickets at Linktree/Mr. Bill's Tunes. Finally, head over to MrBillsTunes.com to sign up to become a hardcore Ableton-ear. This is how you become better at making electronic music. Do it. Okay, that's all for me. Enjoy Bill's chat with SoDown.
Hey, you're listening to the Mr. Bill podcast.
Hey, you're listening to the Mr. Bill podcast.
Hey, you are listening to the Mr. Bill podcast.
Hey, you're 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 listening to the Mr. Bill podcast. Hey, you're listening to the Mr. Bill podcast.
Hey, you're listening to the Mr. Bill podcast.
Hey, you got listening to the Mr.
Hey, you're listening to the Mr. Bill podcast. Hey, you're listening to the Mr. Bill podcast.
Sweet.
All right, man. Well, yeah, fuck yeah. I'm glad we finally have arranged a time to get together and do this podcast.
Yeah. It's
talking about it forever.
It's been a really long time coming.
Yeah, how's life? How was the everything?
Everything.
How's everything, dude? Explain everything to me.
Yeah. Everything is everything, you know. Some pretty significant ups and downs lately, but I'm really grateful to be back doing shows and yeah, kind of getting back in the groove of things.
Yeah, I saw the Mission Ballroom show, man. That looks sick. There was like big LED wall and big fucking pillars with lights on them and shit. Yeah. How when you're designing a show like that, how much are you thinking about that versus how much do you employ a team to kind of deal with that for you?
Like half and half, probably. Like I always like design the rigs and I always design something that's like, you know, basically impossible with the budget that we have. Right. And then my team kind of like narrows it down and says, this is what we can afford.
Nice. Yeah. How big is your team now?
Well, let's see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people.
Nice. And that's what I guess like you, agent, manager, tour manager, photographer, animator. video game?
No, it's more like me, two managers,
You have
social
two
media.
fucking managers?
Yeah.
Why?
One's like more day to day and one's more like big picture stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's like one manager manages the other.
It's more of like a team thing. Yeah.
Cool.
But then they have an assistant, and then I have a social media manager, and then a tour manager, and then an agent.
Crazy, man. Yeah, you've gone huge with the whole electronic music career thing. I feel like you did everything like properly from the beginning. I feel like my career has been so hodgepodged together. It's like up until last year, I didn't even have like a business account for like Mr. Bill things. It was just like
I also have a business manager. Sorry. Yeah.
So 8 people. Yeah, up until like literally maybe a year or two ago, I didn't even have like bank accounts for the Mr. Bill project. Like it was just all going to my personal. Yeah, it was just going to my personal account. I was like, yeah, this is just money that I'm earning. Like I had no idea how to run anything.
Yeah.
And like
I went to like 2 or 3 semesters of business school before I transferred to music school and then dropped out.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense actually. Because you've definitely got like the business side of things very clean.
Yeah, and I sold drugs in high school, so that probably helped with money. Just weed.
Just weed. It's fine.
Yeah. Before it was legal.
Sounds a lot worse when you say drugs.
I know. I shouldn't say that, right?
Yeah.
I sold weed in high school.
That sounds better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everyone had that phase. I also sold weed in high school.
Nice.
Although I do not believe weed is legal in Australia still. So
really?
I
feel like Australia is like so progressive. Like they had one mass shooting and they fucking said nobody can have guns anymore.
That's like the one progressive thing we did. But like other than that, right now Australia is in a complete police state lockdown. Like it's crazy, man. The government has gone like full authoritarian mode. And
Jesus.
Everyone is like only allowed to leave their houses for 2 hours a day. You're not allowed to enter or leave the country. Like there's Australians like are stuck out of Australia, and there's Australian people stuck in Australia, and it's a fucking mess, man.
That sounds like a shit show.
It is. It's a isn't
Oscar touring soon? Like are there exceptions? Yeah.
Yeah, so there's ways out, and the way you have to do it, I think, is you have to go from Australia to New Zealand, I think, and then do like a long ass quarantine, and then I think you have to go like from there to somewhere else and do like another quarantine or something, and then you can come to America.
Damn.
There's like a whole exit route, but it's like very expensive and complicated and time consuming.
That's crazy. Is Australia like more liberal leaning or more conservative, or is it kind of just a whole different thing?
So when I was growing up, it was more, it's weird because we call liberal over there the opposite thing.
Oh, really?
So in Australia, you have 2 parties. You have the Labor government and the Liberal government. And the Labor government is kind of like the good one that you want. Like the people who are like doing shit for like the middle class worker and, you know, people who are like, you know, worried about the environment, all that shit like that. And the Liberal government is like more like the conservative government here. So it's kind of backwards in Australia, which, you know, everything is backwards in Australia. Toilet flush backwards. It's upside down.
Yeah. Damn.
So,
both parties say they do stuff for the middle class, but one kind of does and one kind of doesn't in the U.S. It seems like, at least. I don't know. I'm skeptical about the whole thing, regardless of my political views. But
right. Yeah. Politics is pretty messy at the moment. I've been watching this documentary lately. It's like a mini series on 9/11 on Netflix, and man, that shit is
what's
crazy.
It called?
It's called what is it called? I don't know. It's like it came out like very recently. If you just like search 9/11 documentary Netflix 2021, you'll find it.
Did you see Seaspiracy?
I did, dude. That was crazy. That made me like so. After watching that and reading another book called Eating Animals by John Safran, I'm like totally vegetarian now.
Are you?
Yeah.
Wow. But
you
call yourself, yeah. Yeah, it was really sad, honestly.
Sorry,
It was really
myself what?
You call yourself the EDM Joe Rogan, and he's like a straight up carnivore.
I know, I did for a while, but no, I'm like, kind of fuck that guy, to be honest.
Really? Oh, I like him. I think he's cool.
A lot of his views are pretty backwards. He got me in trouble on Twitter.
Really?
Kind of. I mean, so I was listening, like, you know, he's kind of like a big leading voice on MMA shit, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, you know, he's a fighter. He probably knows what he's talking about. And his view on trans athletes in sport is like, you shouldn't be allowed to be a trans woman and fight cis women in MMA. So I said something like that on Twitter in some thread or something where I was like,
I remember this.
you know, you shouldn't be able to. That's what I've heard on the Joe Rogan podcast. And
Right.
Twitter just like shut me the fuck down, dude. I got like massively kind of mini canceled for a minute there. I had to write like a big apology letter and shit. And yeah, that's what you get from taking facts from fucking Joe Rogan.
Well, that's not a fact, really, though, is it? It's his opinion.
Exactly. Yeah,
But-
exactly.
I don't know. I like his approach to things in, you know, at least in a lot of things, not like saying this is the way it is, but just kind of like questioning everything that's going on in a certain situation.
Yeah, as far as like mass media reach goes, like in terms of people who can reach a lot of people, he's probably like the most open-minded one. Like he's definitely a lot more open-minded and open to conversation than like CNN and Fox News and shit like that for sure.
Oh, for sure.
But I still think like, I don't know. His platform is so big, man. That must be like such a crazy burden of responsibility to have on your shoulders. Hey,
Right.
like, fuck, I have to like make sure I don't like say anything out of line. Or I wonder if he's even cancelable at this point. He's so big.
Yeah, I kind of doubt it. Like, I don't know. There are some people that are immune from cancellation. Like, it seems like a lot of rappers are immune from cancellation.
Right.
And like I don't
Donald
know,
Trump,
like Donald
right?
Trump. Yeah. There was like so many sexual assault allegations towards him during his like running up to his presidency, and then they all just disappeared and everybody forgot about it. Or at least that's what it seemed like. And it was like, okay, that's fucking bizarre. I don't know.
Yeah, that was crazy shit.
Anyways, how you been?
I've been good, man. I've mostly been like the last few weeks just working on album release stuff. I just put out that album Phantasmagoria.
Which, by the way, is so fucking sick.
Thanks, man. I'm glad you like it.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, I put a lot of effort into it. It was like my whole quarantine project basically just went into like these 15 songs. It was actually like 30 or 40 songs, but then I like pared it all the way down to 15, which is the first time I've really been able to do that, like write way more songs than I need.
Yeah.
And then be like, all right, what 15 of these make like the best flowing album or whatever? Rather than, I feel like when I was touring a lot, I was just sort of trying to like throw crap together all the time for shows and like put it out so I could get some media attention here and there so I could pull more people to shows. And like, it was just this kind of grindy vibe.
How many albums have you done?
Oh, shit. I think this might be like my 7th or 8th.
Wow.
Though
That's amazing.
the first like 4 or 5 I pulled offline because I hate them.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how that works, huh?
Yeah,
like a lot of my older
there's
shit,
part
I'm
of
like,
me that thinks like, I wonder if Aphex Twin like hates his first album, or like I
Right.
wonder if Boards of Canada hate their first album, or you know, because I still love that old shit, but they probably listen to it and go like, oh, that's like fucked up or whatever. I don't know. I
Right.
think I just was prematurely putting out music and prematurely doing shows and shit like that. I probably should have waited a few more years and had more experience before I decided to do any of that shit.
Nah, dude, I don't think so. Like, I don't know. I think it's important to like get that experience and to like put your music out there and start playing shows early. Like, I had only been producing for like 2 or 3 years when I started playing shows, and I was a producer before a DJ and or performer or whatever you want to call it. But I don't know. I think that shit's valuable. And like, yeah, sometimes I look back and I'm like, oh, you know, I should have waited. But I learned so much by just like getting out there and playing shows in the beginning. Because like there's an art to being a performer as well, you know?
Yeah, there certainly is. There's also like an art to being a social media presence, right? Like asking the right questions on Instagram and Twitter and like posting the right kind of content to get like reposts and likes and like posting the right kind of shit to get like the right kind of response that you want for the content that you're putting out and stuff. There's like a whole art form to that, I feel like, as well.
Well, it's like, I don't know, the way I think about it is it's just like, I don't know. I guess there's a few ways to do it. You can be like an icon or something, you know, where it's not necessarily you as much. It's more like a
persona.
A fabricated persona, like someone like, I don't know, like Marshmello or something like that. Or you can just be you and see what happens. And that's kind of what I've done. I don't know if that's the right way to do it or not, but I don't know. I'm not really that guy to like be a persona, you know?
Yeah, I've always gone under the ethos that it's easier to just be yourself because then you don't have to like put in much effort. It's just less work.
Yeah.
To just be yourself. Whereas if you have to like go, oh fuck, I have to like jump into marshmallow mode or whatever, then all of a sudden you're like, shit, I have to like, fuck, man. I feel like I'd start to forget who I was or something if I was like 50% of the time in this other persona mode or something.
Right.
Like, who am
I? I wonder how that kind of works. Like,
I'm sure it's just a team at this point, right? Like, I'm with Marshmello. I'm sure it's not. I'm sure Marshmello himself probably doesn't post any of his own thoughts on his social media at this point. It's probably just like a team of PR agencies and stuff like that.
Maybe. Probably. I wonder if he has input on it. I don't know. Marshmello seems like such like a like created thing. Like he has literally a brand of marshmallows. Like, do you know who Mo Shalizi is?
Yeah, he's Jaws' manager. Then he became Marshmello's manager, right?
Yeah. And .com's manager, and I think Marshmello was maybe Mo's idea,
right?
Just to like create like an icon, and you know the most like sellable, marketable thing they could think of. But I don't know. It seems to have worked pretty well.
Yeah, that makes sense. Have you ever chatted with Mo?
No, I've never chatted with Mo, but I follow him on social media and stuff.
Right. Yeah, Mo Shalizi is definitely like probably the biggest manager that's out there, right?
I don't know. I'm sure there's others, but he's definitely like publicized himself. It seems like, you know, and I think they have like a brand of marshmallows called like, I don't know. I don't want to butcher it, but it's like stuffed or something like that, and it's like marshmallows with chocolate inside them, and it's like. They're like in Walmarts and shit. It's fucking crazy.
Let me Google this. Marshmallow brand. Let's have a look. The best marshmallow. Wait. Oh, geez. This is going to be hard to find. Oh, Jet Puffed.
Jet Puffed. Nah.
No, that's Kraft. Dandies.
Marshmallow.
Is it Dandies? No. That does have a little marshmallow face on it, though.
Yeah, they're stuffed puffs.
Stuffed puffs?
Stuffed puffs.
Holy shit.
It's crazy.
Jesus, man. That doesn't actually even look like his face on the front of it, though.
No, but it's his whole thing. If you like look at images, you'll see like like pictures of like Marshmello holding the bag up and shit.
Damn, that is crazy. Yeah, that's Kanye does that shit too, right? Or where he's like, you know, I'm gonna go down this whole other route of selling vitamin water and shit.
Yeah,
it's when you start to
Grizz
branch
just
out.
did it too, right?
Who?
Grant.
Oh yeah, with undies, right? Is it?
He did a promotion thing with them, I think, but he just started his own brand of like weed stuff.
Oh, I saw that actually. Yeah. I think at that point when you're starting to branch out your with your money that you made from music into all these other crazy investments, that's when you start to go from making, musician money to making like angel investor money.
Yeah, definitely.
Who knows? I mean, I don't know. Yeah.
It's just another revenue stream, right?
Yeah, I would hope that they enjoy what they do, but yeah, it is definitely a crazy revenue stream. Also a crazy amount of work, I would assume.
Yeah. I wonder how much is done by them specifically and, done by someone else.
Yeah, I'm sure marketing teams, once you get up to that sort of Grizz or like Grammatic or whatever level, probably come chasing after you a fair bit too, right? Because they're like, hey, we have all of this marketing skill and all of this intangible, this shit that means nothing without like a face or a brand behind it. Mm-hmm. How about you be like the face and the brand behind it to give our thing some tangibility, and then we like put 2 and 2 together, and then bam, we have like this crazy thing that like is just generating insane amounts of money.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's probably how it works.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure in like, in Grizz's case or whatever, but probably in Marshmallow's case. I doubt he's like, oh yeah, and this is what we should have as the ingredients in marshmallows, like he's probably like, for sure, put my name on it and make me a bunch of money.
Yeah, give me $100 million. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
I saw for Subtronics' Red Rock show, they had like 2 giant monster cans on the stage. Which I'm sure was not his creative decision of him being like, you know what I think we should have is like 2 giant Monster Energy cans on the side of the stage. This is what I've imagined as my grand goal. Like sitting on the bus in high school, listening to like mixes and being all inspired and shit. I was like, one day I'm going to play at Red Rocks, have 2 giant fucking Red Bull cans on the side of the stage. It's going to be so sick.
Right? Yeah, I'm sure. I don't know. It didn't Monster sponsor like, who was it? Datsik or something like that. Like they did a tour and no, it was Rockstar, I think. It was Rockstar, and they had like a huge fucking Rockstar banner on the side of the bus, and it's just like, I don't know, extra promotional money. Maybe that pays for the tour too.
Yeah, I think that's probably, if somebody offered me like, hey, you have to have a Red Bull can on your stage, and in return we'll pay for like this huge LED wall and all of your lights and everything, I'd be like, yeah, sure, whatever, just chuck it over there. Like,
yeah, and then their name has to be on all the fucking flyers too, like Red Bull Presents and shit like that. I don't know. Right. It gets to that level at some point.
Yeah, but I hope that fans are discerning enough to realize that when an artist does that, it's so they can just walk away with more of the money that they're earning from the show rather than having to spend all of their guarantee on production. Right.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, right? Like touring, if you do it big or you do it right, so to speak, like it doesn't really make much money at all. No. Or maybe it might even lose money sometimes, like depending on how all out you go on like a light rig. Like if you're touring with production and a light rig, I don't think fans realize this, but like all the money from the tour is basically spent on paying everybody and renting the lights and paying someone to run it, and hotels and flights and bus or van or whatever the fuck else is going into it. But yeah. The one time I tried to do touring, quote unquote, right, I walked away with negative $5,000, and it took like 6 months of my life and like all my energy. And at the end of it, I was like, this is so dumb. I hate it. I don't want to have anything to do with this. And I wanted to quit music after it. And then and then like 6 months later, I jumped on a bus tour with Beats Antique as their opener. And I was like, this is exactly what I want to do. Just like fucking be an opener for a bigger act who's paying for all the shit and putting in all the energy, and just jump on their bus and they can deal with all the problems, and I can just like open the show for $500. I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm walking away with more money this way and putting in way less energy. And now I just get to be in the studio writing music and all of this shit. Though the problem with that model is like, yes, idealistically you have a better life doing that, and it's like less work and less stress,
and you walk away with a little more money and all that kind of shit. But you never get to that like big stage where you can like, you're the headliner and like you have all the lights and the huge fan base, and you're the one who's like curating this very special, unique experience for everyone.
Yeah, that's the thing for me, and why I try to like tour right, so to speak, is like, it's just like my curated vision, you know, and I don't know, it just feels right to do it that way in comparison to like, you know, I love opening for other people as well. But you know, there's something special about a headline tour where that set is like all your energy, you know, and your visuals and you know, all the work that you've put in is like displayed for everyone.
Yeah,
you know?
And like, you know that the people who are coming there because of you. It's not like at a festival where you're like, most of these people might be like, this is their first time they've ever heard of me or something right now. Yeah, I definitely agree in that sense. Like when you're doing a headline show, it's nice to think that like, oh yeah, these people came to like see me and hear what I'm doing, and that gives you like more comfort to do your thing rather than having to like pander at a festival or something. Speaking of curated visions, what is your like, how would you describe or articulate what your curated vision is for your show?
I mean, it's always kind of changing. Like, I don't know, I'm always changing as a human, and my vision is always kind of changing with that. So I'm just like trying to express that through my music and through my show as I evolve as a human, I guess. But yeah, I love the idea of like living in the moment and this really immersive experience that is just kind of like overwhelms your senses, so you have no choice but to be present. Because I think that's something that I've struggled with, and I think it's something a lot of people struggle with these days, with just like constant distraction, is just being present and living in the moment.
Couldn't you say that the show is a big distraction from being like, isn't really being present sitting there with your own mind? And like
it can be, but it can also be like a state of flow, for instance, like when you're in the studio and you're not thinking about anything except for the music that you're making, like you have presence in that moment. And I want shows to be like that for, you know, my fans and friends. Basically just like an enveloping moment of, presence.
Like it sounds like you want to create something that like demands people's attention so much that they can't pay attention to anything else other than that at the time. So they're kind of like forced into this. Because I feel like really what like presence is just like a direction of attention, right? It's like, what are you paying attention to? And like when you're on phones and social media and all this crap, you're like, bam, bam, my attention's going like everywhere, right?
100%.
But like you're saying, when you're in the studio and you're like in that flow state, your attention is just like completely on the production. And you're saying like you want to just create this show where people's attention is completely diverted in one direction, not many directions, and therefore like feels like they're kind of more centered or something.
Yeah, 100%. Like if you think about the things that you really enjoy in life, like I know you really like mountain biking. Like when you're mountain biking, at least for me, like when I'm snowmobiling or dirt biking or skiing or, you know, anything that like forces your mind to focus really hard because of, you know, in those situations, like potential dangers and whatever else, but like anything that focuses your mind on one thing alleviates you from all the other bullshit that little voice in your head is constantly talking about.
Yeah,
so
I agree, man.
That's what I want to do with shows.
Totally. Yeah, mountain biking is so good at that actually, because it's like it's this forced flow state. Because if you're not in the flow state, like the price you pay for not being in the flow state is so high.
Yeah.
That you have to be. And That's one thing I really love about it. It's like as soon as like on the uphills and shit, you're like, oh yeah, fuck this sucks. Like riding up a giant hill to get to the top of the thing.
Yeah, but
like,
even in that, you have to like focus, right? Because it's a challenge, and you have to work with your body and your breathing and your mind to be like, no, I can do this.
Yes, but also I feel like a lot less than when you're on a downhill. Because you don't have to think as quickly or whatever. So I'm like, usually when I'm going uphill, I'm like thinking about all sorts of shit. I'm like, I feel like as Sam Harris explains his meditation experience, I feel like my brain has been hijacked by the most boring person alive. I'm just like, oh yeah, I need to like get a haircut. No, I should probably like vacuum my room later, and like I should probably like just start thinking about all this bullshit.
Yeah.
But when I'm on a downhill, I'm like, shit is just happening so fast that I can't possibly be thinking about anything else, because if I do, it's like not good what happens.
Right? Like you might hit a stump or a big ass rock and go flying over your handlebars.
Yeah, you just have to be concentrating on your line constantly, otherwise you're fucked.
Yeah.
And I imagine the same with skiing. Or like dirt biking or whatever. So I've never so you dirt bike, that's like a motorbike, right?
Yeah.
Dude, that's so sick. Yeah, I've never actually really been into that, but it looks crazy.
Dude, I bought one this past summer, and I haven't gone as much as I wanted to, because like right when I bought it, I got super busy with music again. But last winter, when we were all kind of in quarantine, I bought a snowmobile then, and a couple of buddies have snowmobiles as well, and we would just like shoot up to the mountains, and then you just fucking go out into the backcountry and like wherever you want to go. It's such an amazing adventure and so much fun at the same time.
Do they use like a crazy amount of fuel?
Yeah. I don't like that part of it very much, honestly, but they are like working on electronic snowmobiles.
Yeah, I'm sure it's snowmobiles.
They're just like not there yet.
How do they get traction on the snow to like move forward? Like what's the propulsion mechanics?
So it has a track, like similar to like a tank or something, but there's only one. There's one track, and then there's like these massive paddles that stick out perpendicular from the track. And I have like a big mountain sled, or like a powder sled, which like has these huge paddles on it. They're like 3 inches long. And then it's like 100 and I don't know. I actually don't know what the measurement is, but it's this long ass track. Like the whole snowmobile is like 13 feet long or something. Like it's a huge contraption. Jesus. And yeah.
So you have to get like a trailer for that to even like get it up to the mountain.
Yeah, unless you have a pickup truck. I don't have one though.
What a snowmobile looks like. These things look so sick.
Yeah, dude, they're so fun.
It's like jet skiing on the land.
Yeah, and it's really crazy, like the ergonomics of it.
Oh yeah, I see the track. How much do these things cost?
Like a new one, like the one I have is Summit X, and you can get like a couple years ago they came out with a turbo one, and they're like 20 grand.
Damn. So you spent 20 grand on a snowmobile?
No, I got a used one.
Damn. I mean, even still, it's probably like 10 grand, right?
Yeah, there for sure. Right. And then they need fucking maintenance all the time, because they're like crazy ass engines that just like break all the time.
Damn. Well, that's good that you're making money now, because I remember last time we chatted, I think it was when we made Eskimo in like 17 or 18 or whatever. You were like, man, I'm not making any money. Like basically you were just grinding at the time, trying to like build a fan base, but you were paying everybody and stuff. So like the SoDown project was making money, but all of the money was being dispersed into like the project again via, like you said, production or paying people or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's still kind of like that. Like I pay myself a salary, but it's still like a really small percentage of what the SoDown project makes.
What's the percentage that you pay yourself as a salary, if you don't mind me asking? You don't have to tell me.
Yeah.
I'm just curious how you break it down business-wise, because I think
last time I did the math, it was like between 10 and 15%.
And that's gross on net profit?
That's gross. Let me just do some math real quick.
Okay. I like it. You're a numbers guy. Dude, this is like
I try to be.
This side of shit is the side of shit that gives me so much anxiety, so I just ignore it, and I ignored it for so long.
Yeah, like 12%.
Okay. I mean, that's solid. I mean, if your project's turning over, well, like, I don't know, fuck. I mean, my project, all cards on the table for people listening, only turns over like $100,000 a year. So if I was paying myself 12%, I'd be making $12,000 a year, which would be like, that's like less than minimum wage.
Yeah. I think I probably make less than minimum wage by like hours, but it's a livable wage for sure. I don't know if I'm pretty open with my like income and shit, but I don't know if I want to put it all over the internet. I don't know if I care or not yet.
Right. Well, I think the only downside to putting that kind of information online is the danger that you pose to devaluing yourself to other promoters, right? Or overvaluing yourself to other promoters. So like maybe you wouldn't get the booking because the promoter would be like, oh, he's way too expensive. Or maybe a promoter would be like, oh, that's like way less than I thought. And then they might like lowball you or something.
Right.
The whole music industry is like that. You kind of have to like keep all your cards hidden for this reason, because like people are just trying to fuck you over and book you for way less than you're worth and shit like that.
Yeah, right. And then there's like those plays where it's like you don't make much money, but it's like a big exposure play, and it's like, oh, we should do this, but we're gonna lose money, and it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, you have to think about the long game, right? Like, how can I, like, how many fans will I potentially make from doing this play?
Right.
And then how can I like take those fans and remonetize them later to sort of remake that money back or regain that loss?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. It's got to be like a balance of the two, right?
Right.
And that's what like touring, like to go back to the previous conversation we were having, like touring properly in quotes with like a light rig and all that shit is like, you know, that's really an investment in your future more than anything. And like, you know, it's your curated show, but like the next time you show up, people are probably going to expect that from you.
Yeah, you can't do a show with like big production and then go back from there, right? It's like giving somebody an offer for something. Be like, hey man, I'll pay you like $500 to do this, and then they're like, sure, and then they do the work, and then you're like, all right, I'll pay you $300, right?
Yeah, like even like big ass artists that like headline Red Rocks and shit, they don't really make money a lot of the time on that show specifically, but that show just like gives you so much clout, and it's such an amazing experience that everyone's willing to do it for free essentially. You know, you could make money, but you know, I think most artists that get to that point, they have the mindset of like curating the most amazing experience that they can for people, and they want to do that in one of the most legendary venues in the world.
Right. They're like, this is just a really expensive business card.
Yeah, basically. Or like, you know, it's just a really amazing experience for everyone.
Right.
For
it's
all
like
their
just
fans.
Worth it for the quality of the party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you played the Gorge?
I've not. I've never been there even. I've seen, actually, I don't even think I've seen photos. I've heard about it a lot though. The Gorge. Yeah, I definitely want to play there at some point. Have you played there?
I haven't, but I'm about to in like a week.
For like a festival or something? Wow, it looks crazy.
Dude, it's so crazy, bro.
Wow. Yeah, it's kind of like Red Rocks, but like with a way crazier view.
Yeah.
That's up in Seattle, right? Or near Washington or something?
It's in Washington, yeah. But I don't think it's too far. I don't know. Red Rocks just holds such a place in my heart, and I'm like a Colorado native, so I feel like I have to be like, Red Rocks is the best.
I mean,
but the Gorge looks amazing too.
Yeah, Red Rocks is really special for sure. I've only had the pleasure of playing there as on the door slot. I played the door slot twice, opening for Deadmau5 2 nights in a row in 2017 as Electricato.
Sick, dude.
But I'm about to play the second slot after doors November 14th this year.
Ooh, oh yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I love it.
Moved
That's
up
amazing.
one slot.
What's the date on that?
November 14th.
November 14th.
Yeah. You've done Red Rocks, right?
Yeah.
Did you Did you headline it? Or did
I'm
you,
out of
no,
town.
You would have probably.
I wish I could be there. I'm out of town. No, I was first opener for Pretty Lights in 2017.
Okay, so you did the door slot too.
It wasn't doors. It was like an hour after doors or whatever. So it was like already filled out a bit, which I'm super grateful for. But
yeah, I prefer when they do it that way.
Yeah. The door slot is like, I don't know. It's fucking awesome, but it's also like, come on.
It's kind of fun, man. Because like when I started, there was no one. Like I was looking up to an empty amphitheater.
Yeah. And then everybody just comes fucking running in.
Yeah. It's just like floods of people coming in. I was like, shit, this is crazy.
Yeah. It's a really exciting moment for sure.
Yeah, it's like the energy is like very amped at that moment because everyone's just getting in there for the first time and they're all like, yeah, it's Red Rocks.
Yeah.
So it is kind of fun, but yeah, I'm sure it's way more fun to play like the direct support slot or the headline slot.
Yeah, I am hoping to do something there next year. We've like kind of steered away from Red Rocks for the past few years. Mostly for like we got paid like 4 times as much to do some festivals and stuff, and I don't know, I kind of regret not doing it, but we had some offers to do it and we didn't do it, but next year, like, I don't even give a fuck about the money. I just want to play Red Rocks again.
Yeah, for sure. And would that be a headline play or would it be a direct support play for somebody? I'm
not sure yet. Right. But
I mean, did you sell out the Mission recently?
No, we didn't sell it out. But we did way more than I've ever done before in Denver. So that felt good.
How many tickets did you end up selling there?
We did like 2,500.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's like bigger than the Ogden.
Mm-hmm.
It's bigger than the Gothic. So
yeah. There's not like a 2,500 to like 3,000 cap room in Denver. That's like the only tier that's missing in Denver. So like you got to do the Mission. But yeah, Denver's really special in that way, right? Because there's basically all the tiers that you need to grow in a city. Yeah. Up like down to like, like Larimer Lounge, to like Cervantes other side in the black box, and then you move up to the Bluebird, which is like 650, and then Cervantes main stage, which is like, I don't know, what is it, like 1,200? Yeah, like 1,200, and then there's the Ogden, which is I think like 1,500 or 1,600, and then there's a gap to the Mission,
right, which is like 4,000.
Yeah, which is like 4,000.
And then the Fillmore also, gap, right? I think there's a huge gap between the Mission and Red Rocks, which is like,
well, there's like First Bank Center, right, which is like 6, I want to say. I'm gonna look real quick.
Yeah, man, I'm so surprised at how well Ganja White Night have done. They sold the First Bank Center out 3 nights in a row, which is crazy.
Dude, they have such an amazing, dedicated fan base. I love it. I think it's so special. Yeah,
it's crazy.
First Bank Center is 6,500 for a concert.
Right. So you're saying you'd prefer not to go there. You'd prefer to just go straight to Red Rocks and do a thing there. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, of course.
At the Mission, you'd probably want to do.
Yeah.
Again, right? I've been trying just to sell out Cervantes main room for like years now. I can't do it. Really? Every time I get so close, I always get like 950 or like 900, or like I always get very, very close, and then I've still never sold it out, unfortunately.
Yeah, it'll happen.
Yeah,
it'll happen. Yeah,
if I keep doing these podcasts.
Yeah, dude.
We'll see.
The podcast. Yeah. No, and your music is fucking amazing, man. And like, I don't know, I feel like you're really like dialing in your sound, which I'm honestly really envious of. Like, I have such diverse sources of inspiration that I make like all kinds of music, and I feel like I don't know if this is true or not, but I feel like it like negatively impacts like career and numbers and all that shit, because I'm just like kind of all over the place and I don't like have like a dialed in sound.
I mean, I feel the same way. I think a lot of people feel that way. Like my new album starts with ambient music, right? And then like it works its way up to the heaviest dubstep ever, and then it works its way back down to like glitch.
Yeah, but it all has your sound, right? Like, I don't know. And maybe I have that. I'm just like too close to my music to realize it. But
yeah, I think that's what it is. I have that too.
Yeah. Okay.
But at least like I kind of know what you mean. Like fans, they almost have to be like shepherded through the experience of what it is to experience your music, right? Like it has to like make sense for them, like rationally and logically in some way or whatever. Otherwise they like won't get it.
Yeah.
But I like how you've tried to do that with adding like shapes to your covers, and like one of the shapes represents SoHeavy, and then one of the shapes represents SoGroovy, and then the other shape represents SoChill.
Yeah.
Do you want to like explain that concept?
Yeah, totally. It's basically like, I don't know, my way of branding, you know, the different sounds that I feel like live within my music. I don't know. I kind of gave up on trying to make one genre of music because I don't know. It's kind of boring to me. Like I love all kinds of shit. I love making all kinds of music, and you know, like I'm a multi-dimensional being, as I'm sure everyone is, of course, but like, I don't know. My music is just a representation of how I'm feeling and what I'm inspired by at that time. And I feel like the majority of my music, you know, fits into one of those subgenres, not genres even, sub-niches of my sound.
Yeah, the way I tried to solve this problem was I just started naming my EPs the exact genre that they were. So I was like, I called one of them Wub EP because all the tracks just had like wub basses. And then I like named my next EP IDM EP because it was just all IDM. And then I named my next EP Halftime EP because it was just halftime. And then I was just going to like go through all the genres and just like name them all so people could like make the connection like, oh, that's Bill doing halftime, that's Bill doing IDM. That like that's what to expect when that
listening. Yeah,
it's like building up a like a lexicon with the fans of like, this is what this word means to me.
Right.
And then I kind of just got sick of doing that and was like, fuck it, I'm just going to do an album.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like an album is an amazing step in any artist's career, and it's something that I really want to do.
Yeah. Why have you not done
here
one?
Soon. Why have I not done one? I'm going to do one.
Okay.
I'm going to do one. That's what I'm working on right now.
Cool.
I don't know why I haven't done one. I have like a bunch of starts. I'm working on an EP and an album right now.
Cool.
But I was like, I don't know. I was super depressed for a while, just in being a vulnerable human, something I'm trying to do more of, honestly, lately. But I was really depressed during quarantine, and I just like kind of acted with a lot of like escapist behavior, you know, snowmobiling all the time and playing video games.
Nice.
Like it was really fun, but I really wasn't inspired.
Yeah, a lot of artists
recently.
derive their inspiration from shows, right? Like they kind of need that like in and out flow between the fans and themselves.
Absolutely. And like that energy is it's really special, you know, and doing streams and stuff, like it just doesn't, it's not the same at all. So I think that was lacking for a lot of artists, and yeah, I was one of those.
Right.
For sure.
Well, I mean, seems like you dealt with it like somewhat healthily. I don't think video gaming and snowmobiling is the worst shit you could have done. I mean, like a lot of people, including myself, went right down the rabbit hole with like alcoholism and drug use. So
yeah, and I'm grateful that, you know, that wasn't my path at that time. But yeah, I don't know. I started going to therapy recently.
Dude,
and
therapy's sick.
Yeah.
I also
it's like that. Nice. Yeah, I don't know. I always kind of had this mentality like that I didn't need it, you know, because my life was good and I should just shut the fuck up and get to work, you know, like stop being a bitch. This is my thought process. Like, but recently it's like, okay, you know, like if I can do something to be a better person, then why the fuck would I not, you know, at least give it a shot? So I'm giving it a try. I had like one session and it was really cool to just talk with someone about, you know, what's on my mind and get an outside perspective. But I've only had one session and I hear it takes like a long time to really get some benefit from it. But I kind of felt it right away, honestly, but I'm not fixed. That's for sure. Like,
right.
Not like, oh, I'm just fucking happy all the time now.
Yeah, it takes a lot of work. I think, I mean, I'm not super far into therapy either. I've only been doing it for a few months, but yeah, it definitely helps a ton to have somebody who's kind of like seen all of the problems before. Just be like, I've seen like your problem in other people in some mixture of ways, and this is kind of the solution. And the solution is always, you have to do a bunch of work now, like either in the form of like reading some books and learning some shit, or like sitting there with your problematic thoughts and like learning different coping mechanisms for them. But yeah, it's definitely worth doing if you want to have a sustainable and happy long life.
Right.
But yeah,
unless you're just like super lucky. But yeah,
right.
Go ahead.
I was going to say mental health in like the music scene, especially the electronic music scene, is super common. And I think part of it is that
you mean like mental health issues?
Yeah. And I think part of it is just that the work is so solitary. Like you're always by yourself sort of in a studio, and you're always on the internet, and there's like always this pressure to be like doing, you know, setting these like social bars and having this like social value to people and stuff like that. And I think that can fuck with one's head quite heavily.
Yeah, 100%. I think a couple of things that contribute a lot to that is like, you know, as artists, we really we put ourselves out there a lot, you know, and at least for me, like my music is a representation of myself. And I think it is for, you know, probably most artists, unless you're, you know, maybe some manufactured thing with a ghost producer and, you know, a bunch of marketing ploys to just
then it's the ghost producer who's got all the depression and the marketing people who are all the alcoholics and like all the coke doers.
Probably.
I shouldn't judge, but like I don't know, I read a study recently that said lawyers were like the biggest group of people to have alcohol problems. Anyway,
really?
Go on.
Anyways, yeah, we're like putting ourselves out there and being really vulnerable through our music, and then you're directly ranked next to other artists by metrics and, you know, Spotify monthly listeners and Instagram followers, and you know your name is under or above someone else's name on a festival flyer or whatever. So it's like, in the sense that, you know, you're vulnerable through your music and that's who you are, that, and then you're directly ranked towards other people. It's really easy to fucking get in your own head and go down the rabbit hole of depression and, you know, self-doubt and stuff like that. Or, you know, like thinking things aren't fair and getting resentful or
yeah, I've been down that rabbit hole for sure. Being like, but I've been working at this for a decade or more, and that person just came on the scene. What the hell? Why are they bigger than me on the festival flyer? This is bullshit. And then like getting all pissed off about it.
Right.
But I've just realized that they're shitty. I mean, so this is the other thing, right? Is like, yes, they are shitty systems to like put self-value on, but also that could just be like my coping mechanism for dealing with it, right? Like maybe I'm supposed to be pissed off and unhappy about that, and I'm just supposed to deal with the sadness rather than convince myself it's something not to be sad about. If that makes sense.
I think I'm understanding what you're saying. I don't know. I think it's something that probably every artist deals with at one time or another, and I don't know, unless you just like pop on the scene and you just blow up. which is like, you know, the 0.0001%. And like even those people have probably been working for, you know, a decade or some shit before they quote unquote blew up. So
yeah, totally. And from what I've realized anyway, is like all those artists that blow up, it's not like they're not doing anything to blow up, you know, like they're putting in huge amounts of work to do that. I kind of noticed this first when I hung out with deadmau5. I went to his house and I was like, oh, he's like probably just chilling on his millions of dollars in his house all the time. Like, you know, just sitting around doing whatever he wants, but absolutely not true. Like I got there, he was working. He like hung out with me for about an hour and then started working again. And then I went to bed and then woke up like 8 hours later and he was still working. And I was like, this dude never stops working. Like
that's crazy.
If you watch his live streams, dude, he'll like live stream for like 12 hours and not look at the chat once. And just like, he just works and works and works. And he's like on the phone with his manager every day and like having these long ass conversations. Like still at his level, he's doing that. Like he designs his own live show in Touch Designer and stuff. Like he makes all the fucking visuals himself and shit. Like he's just a workaholic. It's crazy. And
that's
when
amazing.
I saw that, I was like, there's no, like, it's no secret why he's big. He's just fucking works his ass off.
Yeah.
Like if I put in this many hours, I'd probably be that big as well.
I don't know, dude. There's some element of luck or strategy that I think plays a large and timing too, right? Like if you make a specific sound at a specific time, like that has a big contribution to the success of your career, right? And I'm sure there's loads and loads of really amazing producers that have put in the time and are workaholics and, you know, have basically dedicated their life to it. And for one reason or another, just, you know, haven't had what America defines as success, money and fame and all that shit.
Yeah, it's kind of true. I mean, I think deadmau5 nailed his sound in the sense that he basically took like that whole Nine Inch Nails vibe, like that Trent Reznor sort of dark melodic vibe, and then just mixed it with techno and like slammed them together, and you get like this Nine Inch Nailsy sounding vibey ass house music or whatever, or techno or whatever.
Yeah.
I always think that the way music evolves is one sound just gets put together with another sound and then it becomes like a new genre or whatever. Like Metallica did this with country music and metal.
Right.
And I think like, you know, other genres or other artists are kind of just doing the same. Like Skrillex was kind of like punk rock and dubstep or something. Like,
yeah. Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, it's really cool to see people that like kind of innovative sound like that. Yeah, something that I would really love to figure out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like to figure it out mostly for the commercial reward success portion of it, or would you prefer to? Is your sort of drive to wanting to figure that out more derived from you think you would just get a lot of self-satisfaction out of it?
No, like just doing something new that, you know, that people maybe haven't heard before. And, you know, innovating in your own way that leaves a legacy regardless of the commercial success that brings. You know, like you, for instance, like you will leave a legacy on this planet of like Mr. Bill.
I don't know about that.
No, 100% you will. 100%.
I don't know. I don't think what I'm doing is like that unique or different. I think it's essentially Aphex Twin, but with 2021 drums.
Nah.
And like Skrillex sounding basses.
No, I disagree. I think you've created something really special that is timeless.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I guess I'm too close to it to see it, but
yeah.
Yeah, the new album has been getting good response, which I'm happy about. My manager was trying to convince me while I was making it to cut it up into EPs or singles, and I was like, no, man, that's not the move.
Yeah.
I'm like, trust me, man, album is the move. And he was like, no, you got to like be putting stuff out more regularly than that. and then I put the album out, and it's just gotten a way better response than any single or EP. Actually, apart from our single, which did insanely well. Actually, we just crossed 1 million plays on that Eskimo tune.
Dude, everybody loves that song. It's so good.
I know. What do you reckon it is? Do you think it's the sample?
No, I think it's our combination of your like extreme attention to detail and my ability to create powerful phrasing.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah. But like, I think people love the sample too. Like every time I play it, I get on the mic and scream like, so much ice on, and then like cut everything and everybody screams, I could be an Eskimo. So like people definitely love that.
That's sick. I always forget that tune exists when I'm DJing. Like I never
Don't
play
do
it.
that, dude. What are you talking about?
Why? I guess because like I don't know. I have this problem when putting together sets where I just forget about all these tunes that I have that would be like perfect for sets.
Yeah.
But that's one that I
dude,
should work back in.
it's such a banger. LS Dream's been playing it quite a bit.
That's awesome. Yeah, he's fucking sick.
Dude, I
should get him
love
on the
his
podcast.
music. Yeah,
He's
you
all
should.
about like, yeah, didn't he make like a bunch of meditation music and ambient stuff recently? Or?
Yeah, he was doing like meditation streams during quarantine, which I thought was really awesome. I did a couple of them.
Nice, that's sick. How long were they?
Ooh, I think they were like 20 minutes, roughly. I don't know.
20 minutes is like no joke with meditation, to be honest. It's like you would think, oh, it's 20 minutes, like whatever, fucking I could do anything for 20 minutes. But
Yeah.
20 minutes of actually just sitting there with your own thoughts feels like a long time.
Yeah. Have you ever done Wim Hof method?
I've not, but I know what it is. It's like the cold shit, like you get in the ice baths. And
Yeah,
stuff.
so that's one part of it, and then there's another part. It's basically you take like deep breaths for like 30 breaths, and then you exhale and you hold your breath for a certain amount of time. So when you're just starting out, you do it for like, I don't know, like a minute on the first round. So that's one round, and then you inhale and you hold your breath for another like 15 seconds, and then you exhale and you repeat that cycle for like 3 or 4 rounds. And it's crazy. Like you really oxygenate all the cells in your body, and then you deprive them of all the oxygen when you exhale and hold your breath. And it's crazy to see how long you can hold your breath with no oxygen. Like on like the third round, I've held my breath for like, 3.5 minutes on an exhale with no breath in my lungs. And
that is crazy.
You get this like really crazy tingling sensation when you like inhale again and reoxygenate all the cells in your body. And apparently it's supposed to do some really cool stuff, but that's been the most powerful form of meditation that I've found, because it really like forces you to be present as opposed to like, just sitting there and I don't know. It's like a more invigorating form of meditating for me.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. I heard Wim Hof actually on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah.
And he was saying that he swam, like they cut 2 holes in the ice, and he like went down one hole, and the idea was to swim underneath this
The
ice
ice.
water for like a couple 100 meters and then pop up the other hole.
Yeah.
And while he was down there, he got like kind of lost and couldn't find the other hole because his eyeballs froze over.
Oh my God.
Like his retinas froze, and so he couldn't see where he was going.
Jesus.
And they had to, I think they ended up having to like cut another hole and like pull him out of there. But I was like, dude, why are you doing this?
That's crazy. Yeah, he has like I don't know what you want to call it, like a school or program or whatever, I think. Or maybe he just like got a bunch of people together to show that it wasn't just him, like he wasn't some sort of freak, and they like inject these people with a really harmful bacteria, and he like talks them through the breathing exercises, and they like eradicate the bacteria from their body. Like if you were to get injected with this and not do like the Wim Hof thing, you would get like really sick and throw up and yeah, just be like ill. But
Jesus.
they like all these people like conquer it with the Wim Hof breathing method.
That's so crazy. Yeah, it's fucking mental what your body can do if you just give it the right things.
Yeah.
This is one of the things I think therapy is helpful for as well. It's like if you just know the right things to do, like things, and the right things to identify, life just becomes a lot easier.
Right. Yeah, like if you don't have a roadmap, then it's so much easier to spiral.
Right. No, yeah, I guess people, I definitely forget how important oxygen is for body and water as well. So if you just drink enough water and breathe enough air, you'll feel a lot better.
Yeah. 100%. And we're all like shallow breathers now. Like society has, curated us for one reason or another to like not breathe deeply. It's like
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. 'Cause everything's so easy, right? Back in the day, you had to like run to go fucking get your food or like work really hard.
Yeah, it's kind of true. We've been like lulled into this like really simple lifestyle where we don't have to do anything. Like I can just press buttons on my computer in a certain way and like literally all the food I want will get like brought like 5 meters away from me at my front door.
Right. Have you read The Comfort Crisis?
No, but that's a good title.
Oh, dude, it's like one of my favorite books. You should read it 100%.
All right. Yeah. This is one of the things I love about this podcast is every time I do it, somebody recommends me a good book. And
nice.
Michael Easter, I think I've heard of this guy before.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's written in a really awesome way too. Like the way he bounces back and forth between basically this story of going out into the Alaskan bush, just away from everything and everyone, and going on an elk hunt. And he bounces back and forth between that story and like facts about society. Like one of the things that I learned from that book was like Americans spend an average of 12 hours a day in front of a screen.
Yeah, totally.
It's just completely fucking mind-boggling. And us as producers, right? It's like probably compounded even more.
Yeah, we're like bringing that average up for the people who are only using screens for 6 hours a day.
Right. But also, I mean, everyone who works in an office building just sits in front of a computer, and then what do when they get off? They go home and they sit in front of their TV,
Right.
Or
yeah,
scroll
like,
social media.
Can't wait to get away from this bad screen so I can go home and look at a good screen.
Right. Right. Yeah, it's pretty wild. But yeah, he goes on this crazy ass adventure in the Alaskan bush and just like endures a bunch of physical and mental hardship. And that just makes him a happier person, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, if you reset your baseline of happiness to be this like horrible, uncomfortable thing, then as soon as you put yourself in a more comfortable position in comparison, you're going to be like, this is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
I think that's,
go ahead.
I was going to say Aubrey Marcus does this thing in his book, Own the Day, Own Your Life, where he's like, every morning I take a freezing cold shower. And he's like, every part of my body is, and my mind is telling me, don't turn on the cold water because it's very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But he's like, after that, the rest of the day is easy because he's like, I've conquered like the hardest thing of my day there and then.
Totally. Yeah, that's like a Wim Hof thing too. Mm-hmm. It's like basically put yourself through hell.
Yeah. And then everything else will seem like not hell.
Yeah, but cold water is actually really good for your body, apparently.
Yeah, I've heard this.
Yeah. I don't know the exact science of it, but I went to a glacier lake with my girl, 100 drums, and it's called St. Mary's Glacier, and there's a lake right at the bottom of it that's just like all glacier water runoff, and we got in it And it was just like so intensely painful and invigorating, but it was an awesome experience.
Fuck, that sounds extremely uncomfortable.
Yeah. Have you ever done anything like that?
No.
Have you ever done a cryo chamber?
I've not. No, I've done saunas, so kind of the opposite, I guess.
Yeah. Saunas are awesome.
Yeah, I can stay in the extremely hot sauna at this place called Banya, which is like a Russian bathhouse in San Francisco.
Nice.
For like probably 3 to 4 minutes. And then actually, when I get out, there's like an extremely cold plunge next to it that I go in. So
nice.
The difference in temperature is like a couple of 100 degrees difference.
Right.
So I've done that, but I don't know if that really... I can only stay in the cold one for like 3 or 4 seconds, but there's people there, man, who just stand in it and they look like totally comfortable. I'm like, how are you doing that? It's so uncomfortable.
Yeah. I mean, you have to like... It's the same thing as taking a really cold shower, right? You have to control your breathing and control your mind. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Well, dude, thank you so much for doing this podcast, man. It was, a super interesting chat.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's been awesome catching up with you.
Yeah, likewise. Is there anything you want to plug?
Yeah. I don't know. I want to plug your new album. I think it's fucking awesome. Yeah.
Sweet. I mean,
what is the meaning behind that word, phantasmagoria?
Oh, so phantasmagoria is like a form of horror theater where people like sit in a cave, like Plato's allegory or whatever, and then they shine the light behind like puppets, and then you're sitting in front of the puppets, so all you see is the shadows. And I just like the concept of abstraction between the observer and the message being sent. And I think music is a form of that abstraction. So like, for instance, language is an abstraction, right? Like I'm trying to explain a concept to you right now, and I know exactly what the concept is in my head, but the only medium I have to get it to you is words. Yeah. So like this medium is like an abstraction. It's like a layer between the thing in my head and you.
There's an interesting analogy there between reality and everyone's perceived reality, right? So if you imagine like a rock or a boulder, and it's got all these different like crevasses and forms to its shape, and then so you can think of the rock as reality, and then if you were to throw a blanket over it, that would be, my perceived version of reality, versus if you threw a blanket over it, that would be your perceived reality. I don't know where I'm going with that, but it's just an interesting idea.
Right. Yeah. So basically phantasmagoria is just like the idea of like music just being this abstract layer between the way I'm feeling and what you get out of that.
Right. So it's almost like
it's a
your
middleman
album
conveyor
is the blanket.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my album's the blanket, and that's like kind of the meaning of phantasmagoria.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I love it.
Thanks. Yeah, appreciate that.
Super cool. And then I don't know, I'm going on tour in the fall. Really excited about that. I'm working on a bunch of new music, a new kind of like bass EP, which is going to be more in like the funk, reggae, bass music world, and then an album which so far is kind of just a bunch of different styles that have been coming out when I've been writing music. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm looking at playing a lot of that.
I'm looking at
playing a lot of that.
Tour,
yeah. Yeah.
And it looks like pretty much if you're anywhere in America, you can see you between the dates of September and November, pretty much the months. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, big tour, and then excited about next year. I think I might take some time off and really work on this music, or do some like bigger support stuff in the fall. And then I've got some out of country shows. I don't know if they'll be announced by the time that this airs or not. When does this air? Do you know yet?
It'll be weeks and weeks from now.
Okay. Yeah, so I might have already announced those, But yeah, I don't know, a bunch of exciting stuff. New music, new shows. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
The next evolution.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, yeah. Thanks again, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much. And we got to write another tune, bro.
Yeah, I'm 100% down for sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Mr. Bill podcast. These episodes are edited and uploaded by Robert Fumo. You can also support the show, get early access to episodes, and hear bonus content by going to patreon.com/Mr. Bill's Tunes and becoming a patron. Please rate and review on iTunes unless you're going to be a little shit about it. And all the links to my various platforms are at MrBillsTunes.com. Thank you.